Good morning and welcome to Breakfast with Brian. I'm Brian Barolo. This is my kitchen and I'm getting ready to make breakfast. I am a little later than normal, but that is what it is. I had to sleep in. I got up early, let the dog out, went back to bed because I'm exhausted. This week, the last couple of days, I put out so much energies, it just kicked me in the ass. I'm getting older and it's not so easy. So anyway, today we're going to talk about Glen Mills' Xmas air guitar show. Morning, Christina. And that has to do with the Bulls Club. The Bulls Club is the wrestling club, it's the wrestling club for Glen Mills schools. But anyway, I do their Christmas show. Hey, morning, Pam. How you doing? So anyway, before I get into the air guitar show that I do every year and been doing for 30-something years, I'm going to get my breakfast ready and going. So today being Friday, December 21st, it's the first day of winter. So I guess they call this the winter solstice, maybe? I think that's what it is, something like that. So anyway, it's I'm mid-Atlantic outside of Philadelphia, and it's 60 degrees. Now wait, first day of winter and it's 60 degrees, but we've been having 20-degree weather and 30-degree weather the last month or so. So I don't understand this mid-Atlantic weather. It's wacky. Hey, Raymond, how's it going? Okay, so for breakfast, I'm doing some scrambled eggs, which I mixed up with some of my almond milk, and I put some stuff in. I put some mushrooms in it, and I put in a little bit of red kale. And then I took a couple of link sausages that I cooked and I broke them up and put them in here also. So what I'm gonna do is just put them on the pan and cook them. Before I put them in my pan, I'm gonna take a little bit of butter. It's not real butter, it's a fake butter. And I use that to cook it because if I put oil in there, it tends to burn everything. I don't wanna burn my breakfast if I can help it. So I'm putting a little bit of butter in here, get maybe going and cook my scrambled eggs. That's simple. Get this stuff out of the way and we'll continue. Yeah, so get this melted down, get my eggs cooking. I got a slice of toast in there and we're going. Oh man, I am exhausted, I'll tell you. I'm getting older, but I am still work my ass off. And between yesterday, I did nothing but wood and I did a refrigerator deals with some people and moving stuff. And I did a whole ton of wood movement because I had a truck rental, so I kept it and tried to get as much out of it as I could. I got almost all the wood, but there's still more wood out there in other places that I didn't get a chance to get to because it started raining. It's the first day of winter and we got rain and warm weather. Get that, it's supposed to be snow, especially with Christmas coming up right around the corner. Okay, so I got my pan, I got my butter melted here. I'm just gonna mix up and pour my conglomeration of eggs and everything else in the pan and see how it comes out. I did put mushrooms and I put a few little pieces of red kale in with my eggs. So we'll see how it comes out because that's putting more veggies in your eggs, but that's all right. This is my choice, my breakfast. I like trying different things and I find what works for me. And you too should find what works for you, what makes you happy, what's the best, where you can get satisfied. Simple as that. It's really, really easy. So, all right. I apologize for being so late for any of those other people that are popping up that used to see me earlier, but today I got up, did my dog, and then I had to go back to sleep because my body aches and it's bad. But anyway, so I got my eggs on. I'm gonna cook these babies. They're gonna cook up pretty quick. See if I got a lid. Throw a lid on there. I do have a lid somewhere, although I don't know where it got. There it is. Okay. I lid on my eggs so the eggs can keep cooking like an omelet, sort of. Got my toast in, and I'm ready to go. Okay, so let me continue here. First things first is water. This is the water I drink through the night, and this is what's left, and there you go. I can feel it all go down and wash everything away. It starts to help me. It starts to revitalize all my organs, especially if I was getting a little dehydrated or I sweat through the night maybe. you know, it all works. But water is the essence of life, and we should all drink water. I do. You drink whatever. So I don't do coffee, and I really do tea in the morning because I can't do the caffeine because of my colitis that I have. So I tend to do water. I do natural fruit juice. This is left over. So I'm going to have my fruit juice, which is a big combination of several fruits and pineapple and coconut, and oranges and apples and stuff. And okay, I'm going to do my Centrum Silver. I'll do one of these, my multi. And I got that natural feeling to turn the heat down on my stove because my eggs are starting to cook good and I don't want to burn them up. They're coming along pretty good. It's going to end up being one of the scrambled eggs rather than an omelet. Scrambled eggs rather than an omelet, it's basically the same thing. So, okay, my second supplement that I do is this, turmeric curcumin. And I think there's a little bit of ginger in there or something. Yeah, there's ginger powder in there, and not black pepper. But anyway, here's my two supplements. There we go. I take them. There's my fresh fruit juice. That's some good juice. I'll tell you, I make a killer juice. I really do, especially really like it with pineapple and coconut in there. It's something about that combination and what it does for you. I just think it's exciting. Okay, so we are ready. We're ready for breakfast. So while it's cooking, I'm going to talk about the Glen Mills School's Xmas air guitar show. Way back in the 80s, early 80s, hey Julie, how's it going? Way back in the early 80s, you know, me being a stage lighting guy, I was starting out young, I was starting out in my industry, and I hooked up with this band called Scoundrel. Now, if anybody's my age or a little older, you might, or from Delaware County, you might know or have seen the record because they put out a record, an album. It was back in early mid 80s, I don't know, like 85. Somebody said to me, the photographer I saw at the Glen Mills air guitar show, he took did the photo art for the album, and he said it was around 85. I guess. He wasn't even sure himself. So we'll say 85, 95, 2005, 2015, 2018. So that says 33 years that I've been doing this Glen Mills School's air guitar show. And the reason it's named the air guitar show is because the band Scoundrel was a regular band, and they had guitars, bass, drums, and a rock band, and a very good band. And all the guys that were in the band worked at Glen Mills Schools as teachers, moderators, and whatever. And they asked me if I was interested in helping them do a show at Glen Mills. So I was like, what? They said, well, we're thinking of letting the kids do air guitar shows. Now, understand that Glen Mills Schools is it's a school, but the kids that are sent to Glen Mills are assigned to go to Glen Mills through court, through a judge. Now, there's the options. This school is for rehab of kids that are under 18 that break the law. So you get them from all over the country. And they've been doing this for, I don't know, 100 years or something. I forget. It's a long time. So they take, if the kid was lucky enough to get the judge to say you can go to Glen Mills, and they get to go to Glen Mills, they get put into a house. There's no handcuffs, there's no bars. It's an open school, but they are restricted to stay on property and to go according to all the guidelines, or they get kicked out and they end up going to jail or juvenile detention. So the kid breaks the law, he gets arrested. What are they going to do with him? He's under 18, they can't put him in jail. So what do? He goes in front of a judge, either going to juvenile detention and doing time, or if you're lucky enough, you're going to get to go to Glen Mills. Now, if you get to go to Glen Mills and you stick with the program, when you turn 18, you get kicked out. But when you turn 18, you can leave with a high school diploma. That's a plus if you ask me, for a juvenile detention or a school that works as a juvenile detention center. But it doesn't keep the kids in jail and making them permanent criminals the rest of their life. It trains them and puts them through school. And they walk away with a high school diploma. And their percentage of positive, results has been phenomenal. I don't know, 10, 15 years, 12 years ago, the government stepped down on them. I don't know what all of this was about, but if you do some research online, I'm sure you can see a lot of the things that happen with what the government said and this and that. And I don't understand where the government comes from, because they seem to want to rather put the kids in prison than let them go to a school to learn, to become part of, you know, our human race, become part of our society and actually live normal. So I don't know. I'm gonna check my eggs. Yeah, they're just about done. I gotta stay on them so they don't get trashed again. So give me a second and we'll continue. So if you look up Glen Mills School, it's a boys' school and always was, but they had to take the name boys out of it, but that's okay. It's a school where they teach the kids etiquette and responsibility and respect and all the things that we use in our daily lives. So I don't know how or why the government would slap things onto the school where they can't do this, they can't do that, they're cutting back on this, they're cutting back on this. The school probably had up to 1,000 kids at one point, which was doing great. You know how many there are now? On campus, as of this year, when I did the show the other day, there's 300 kids there. 300 kids, because the judges aren't sending them there. They're sending them to JD. They're putting them in prison. So why? Because the prison system makes more money through the government or something? I don't understand. I'm not into all of that politics and all that kind of crap, and some other people could look it up and do whatever. But Glen Mills has been really good, and a lot of kids have come out and gotten jobs and got back into society and actually have made lives. A lot of them graduate and they go right into Glen Mills as employment, and they stay with the kids and they help train them and help them grow and become normal people in society. Because when you go into jail, you're not normal in society. So I don't know. But anyway, so I've been 30-something years, I've been doing the show, and I really enjoy it because the kids in all the houses, the groups, they get together and they come out and they choreograph little dances and stuff, and they have the microphones. It's funny, they make these microphones out of aluminum foil, and it looks funny, but the one main guy will have, whoever's out front will have a real microphone, but it's not hooked up, so they're just still, you know, mouthing it, and there's a couple of guitars there, and they would sit there and play with the guitars, and they used to have a drum kit, but way back when, the first one was Scoundrel, put it together, they brought all their equipment up, they let the kids come up and jam like to songs and like fake it. It's just air guitar. It was fun, really fun for these kids. They're under 18, and this is the last thing they do before they either get to go home, visit their families, before they have to come back for the holidays. So Glen Mills is a training center for juvenile delinquents, but they get to go home and stay at home for 2 weeks for the holidays, and then they come back to school and, you know, to fulfill their requirements according to the state. So that's Glen Mills Schools, and it's their Xmas air guitar show. I have a great time doing it. I love watching the kids doing it. It's me doing a little concert. It's giving me the itch to get back into doing lighting. So, hey, anybody want to hire me? I might come out and do some shows, maybe. We'll see. It depends. I'm very, very selective on what I might do. But it's fun. That's all. It's just really, really fun, the Glen Mills air guitar show. I put Xmas in there because it's at the Xmas time of year, and it's their Christmas shows, I would say. All right, so really good time, and I busted my ass yesterday, so I'm really, really beat. My body aches, mainly because yesterday I did nothing but wood and moving and doing all kinds of laborious, intensive things. So I should be done. I'm gonna get my breakfast, and we'll finish up here. Yeah, I toasted that time. It toasted a little too much, considering that because the bread I use, gluten-free, dairy-free bread, and the toaster kind of don't match up correctly, but it works. It is what it is. All right, I got my toast done. I already did my vitamins. I got my juice. I did my water. Talked about the Glen Mills air guitar show, you know, every year. Oh, yeah, I wanted to continue on that a little bit. So at one point, there was like 1,000 kids there, and some of these shows, we were up to like 16 songs or 16 groups that were doing songs. You know, a lot of them are Christmas songs. Some of them, they mix it up and they might put some rap into the Christmas song, and they change it over according to the way they want to do it because they're performing it. and the teachers help put the audio together for them. We have an audio guy, he runs all the songs, and I go in and do all the lighting. And I brought in, I use, thank you, Pinpoint Lighting. I rented all of the rigging and the drape and smoke machine from them, and then I brought in Price Stevenson IV. That's a friend of mine's son, Price Stevenson from PSAR. His son has started a little bit of a lighting company. He's got all LED stuff, and he does mostly DJ stuff. He has a lot of stuff, so I brought him in so I could keep the budget down, and it was help train him and help break him in a little bit to get into the business a little bit more so. So that's all. I'm just trying to help everybody every which way I go. Not so bad, but so it was all good. I kept the school at their budget. I didn't make any money, but that's okay. I've been doing it for a long, long time, and I'll eat one every once in a while. So I ate this one yesterday, 2 days ago, and it was all good. Really no matter to me. Because life goes on, and I'm not greedy, and I like to help people and help them learn and help them have a good time and enjoy. That's me. That's the way I've gotten. That's the way I've always been. Even if you don't think so, it has. I've always wanted to help people. So, okay. There we go. Here's my scrambled eggs and my toast. I'm gonna sit down and eat it in a second. But first, here at Breakfast with Brian, we do 10 things that will help you be grateful for, thankful for, or they'll help make you happy today. Just today. Pick the things today. I'm very grateful and thankful and happy that I went back to bed and went back to sleep for a little bit. I'm thankful that I was smart enough to get up and let my dog out first thing at 6 this morning, and so she could pee and I can go back to bed for a couple hours. I am grateful that I did get everything done in the last couple of days. So today I did not have to get up and return a rental truck. I'm really grateful that I had some mushrooms and red kale to put in with my eggs and try that. I'm thankful I had a little bit of link sausages to cook this morning to help give me a little bit of meat in my breakfast, because I'm kind of needing that protein and I need to rebuild myself, because the last 2 days it really depleted myself. So I'm thankful for a lot of these things. I'm thankful for everybody coming here. I'm thankful to you, Julie, for turning me on to the turmeric deal, and it's great. Ryan Ward being a buddy, and everybody else coming here. Pam was awesome. You know, working with you years in the past. You never know what might come in the future. So anyway, you pick 10 things today. These are things for you that'll help make you happy, make you be grateful or thankful for whatever it is you do or did, or help someone, or whatever it might be. It could be, you know, I'm happy I have a full tank of gas in my car this morning, you know. It could be anything. Oh, I'm grateful that they gave me that extra sugar in my coffee this morning. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. Pick 10 things today and do this every day. This way you'll start to see things that really work for you to help you get through your day every single day. And then you can focus on those and enhance those. That's all. I'm working on it. It's helping me. Okay, and then there's, I suggest you take 3 people and you share some love with them. It's very easy. Have a great day. Simple as that. That's what I do. You can do it too. Have a wonderful day. Have a beautiful day. Have an awesome day. Have a wonderful day. Have a great day. Yeah, you know, share a little love with 3 people. By the time the day's over, you start getting in this habit of 3 people sharing. Next thing you know, it's going to be 5 or 6 or 7 or 10. You're going to be sharing love with people all day long. You make this into a habit, and this helps you grow. It helps you be happier. That's all. Just my opinion. Not everybody has to agree with me. Okay. Also, within your household, I suggest positive compliments or comments. I say 1 to 2 to the people within your household, like in the morning when you're leaving for work. You give a good positive compliment or comment. So when you come back at the end of the day, you know, your wife is there, you come in, you give her another comment or compliment, boom. It keeps the positivity going in your household, and that's what you want, because this helps lead to a happy life. If you're, you know, a happy wife, happy life. That's what they say. So it works the other way around too, with husbands, boyfriends, girlfriends, anybody else, kids, parents, in-laws, cousins, friends, relatives, roommates, whatever. It doesn't matter. But if you share a little bit of positivity and love on a regular basis, you can't lose. You're going to end up with a better, happier, more satisfied and fulfilled life. It's that simple. All right, well, I'm going to get to my breakfast right now. Bulls Club. Since I want to finish up on that, since they were down to 6 songs this year, I think last year it was 11, 10, 11, or 12, and this year it's down to 6. That means they've cut so far down. There's only 6 songs this year. I'm worried that next year it's not going to happen, because if they don't get enough kids in there, they're not going to pay to have the production and do the show. And I really enjoyed doing the show. So if this is last year, then I'm thankful that I had 35 years doing the show, and it was great. I just wanted to continue because I really enjoy it. The kids enjoy it. Some of the teachers enjoy it. A lot of them are frustrated and retiring and getting older and moving on. But that's beside the point. Bulls Club will never die as long as the school still survives, and they're really, really strong. So let me take a look, see who else stopped in real quick. And again, I'm just saying, this might be my last air guitar show at Glen Mills. Ryan, how's it going? Merry Christmas, Ryan. Hey, Jay. Yeah, Glen Mills, buddy. This might be the last year, because if they don't come up with more than 6 acts next year, it might be cut. And you know all about it. How many years I do it with you, or you were in charge? 25? Something? I don't know. A lot. Rich Hopkins, good morning, brother. And let's see, a few more people popped up. Jay, yeah, it's been a great tradition, the air guitar show. See, Jay Halverson, he's on here, and he's the one he was my contact for majority of that 30-something years. I'm doing that. It's a tradition. It's fun. It's phenomenal. It's great. But hey, Brian, how's it going? That's a toasty. Yeah, Ryan, that's good. All right, and Donna, okay. All right, well, anyway, everybody take care, and everybody, I may not come on next week because you got Christmas coming up. I might, maybe top of the week, maybe. We'll see how I feel. But stay dry, stay warm, even though it's too hot today, and keep with those traditions. Glen Mills has up until this year. I'm hoping it keeps going. I really do. So, and for everybody out there, thank you for joining me and hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate it. Have a great day. It's Friday. You have a weekend coming on. You got holidays coming up. And I'm just going to say, happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone out there. You all take care, and we'll talk to you soon. Hey, Robert Morbeck popped in. Hey, good to see you, man. You remember that show, don't you, Bob? Yes, cool. A lot of people popping up about it. But anyway, it was really good this year, and I pulled it off. I actually pulled it out of my ass to make it happen this year for the budget because of Trump not the government, excuse me, I'm not going to blame anybody. The government changing tax laws where you cannot use, a company cannot use a letter of donation to write off monies on taxes. So what happened this year was, because of that, no company could donate any equipment. So the prices were normal prices, which was way above the budget. So I had to finagle, work for nothing, and pull in the attributes to make it happen for them at their budget. Now the budget's going up next year to make everything covered, and if the show doesn't happen, it is what it is. And it'll be hats off, farewell to that tradition, which I hope to God it doesn't go away. So anyway, thank you very much for everybody for coming here, and have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas. And all, oh, somebody else popped on. Hey, Chris Patterson. Hey, and Ralph, how's it going? Chris, I was talking about Glen Mills, the air guitar show. That's probably going away. But anyway, say hi to Bob, Chris, because you guys work together. So I'll talk to you guys all very soon. Everybody have a great, fantastic weekend and an awesome holiday coming up. And Merry Christmas. All right, well, I'll talk to you very soon now. Take care. Ciao.